there is also will cover what are the options available for ladies and women and cover this pay and cost and what is the type of entrance exam you have to appear to enter the service and interview process. Service selection board, which is the main criteria for becoming an officer in armed forces, and what are the ways to prepare for the examination and this service selection board interviews. So a lot of misconceptions among the students population, especially from Tamil Nadu, regarding this armed forces. So if you can see, you don't have to be a well-built human being to appear for armed forces. Any normal can appear. So you see this height requirement is 157 centimeters for men, and women it is 148 centimeters. So academic eligibility also is 60% for army technical branches. The percentage is also less. It's close to 50% and above. You should have a very normal physical fitness without any medical problems, and you are not required to be a swimmer to appear for the examinations. And students with glasses are eligible. Different branches will have a different criteria for glasses, so you can check with the notification. For engineering branches, any power is acceptable, and Hindi knowledge. This is the common misconception that if you want to join army or navy or air force, English is the medium of exams and interview, and the working language in armed forces for officers among officers is English only. And it is a purely merit-based selection. There is no reservation for criteria like caste-based reservation. Anything is not there. It is purely merit-based selection. And final year students can also apply. When you are in 7th semester also you can apply. In 8th semester also you can apply. So coming to, we have a general misconception. Army means you have to go and take a gun and you have to go for a fighting. It's not that. There are various branches in armed forces. And basic is combat branches. So those who directly involved in war, they carry the gun or they pilot the aircrafts or they will sail on board ships. And there are support branches. Support branches is their primary duty is to support the combat branches. Like our engineering branches, they are all comes under the support branches. If you see the ratio of combat and support branches personnel in army and is 1:1.8, Navy it's 1:8, and Airforce except pilot. So இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க வந்து என்னென்ன ரோல்ஸ் இருக்கும். What are the roles in armed forces? You can see there is a combat role, there is administrative branches are there, logistics branch, education, meteorology, air traffic controls, pilot, observers, engineering, medical, nursing. So as you can see, armed forces is a world in itself. You can see the entire branches, whatever you can see in civil also, you can see a corresponding role in armed forces. So who is a defense officer? This webinar covers only for the officer criteria. And so defense officer, they are equivalent to group 1 gazetted officers. And they get their pay in scale with as IAS, IPS for the common knowledge. And what their primary duty is to lead men under their command in war and peace. So basically we have to, as an officer, you will be given a certain number of people to do a certain number of certain type of jobs. So you will have to lead them to make them, you have to, for success of the task, you have to lead the men. And basically you will be in a management role of men and material. So what is different from other careers, the defense careers? You see, it is a very challenging work. You can visit, will be every appointment you will be given different challenges to overcome. You will be dispersed in a wide geographical area, and you will go visit to various states and you have to carry out your work. There is a good amount of opportunities for growth. You can do a PhD, you can do your MTech, you can do research also, and you can do a management studies also. So there is a number of opportunities for growth, and you will have a sense of achievement at the it's not the sense of achievement is much lesser. You will be at a young age, you will be given greater responsibility. Your first appointment itself, you will be entrusted with hundreds of equipments. and recognition. So no other job gives you recognition in the society. If you say, like if I say I'm a lieutenant commander, everybody will give me respect and they will recognize my rank wherever you go. Case with the private organization. So the work itself will give you a very good satisfaction. Hello. So how will be the life in armed forces for officers? It is armed forces has got a very good heritage, traditions, and with the latest technology you can work around. So officers are basically they will be leaders. So you will get a good amount of pay and perks. And if you see this perks, it will be in the top 2% of the pay structure in the country. So you will have a very good lifestyles. You will have you will be getting a member of finance clubs, sports facilities, medical facilities, and social life. You will get a good so officers command great respect and status in society, best lifestyle and safety for family. Actually, families are very much into this army or services lifestyle. You will get paid study holidays up to 2 years to pursue higher education in IITs, and you will have the option to join IIMs and IITs also. I am IIM alumni. During last year of my service, I got this opportunity to study in IIM Ahmedabad. Deserving candidates can pursue doctoral degrees. You can do a PhD also, and you will have a chance to visit to various parts of the world. So if you see the annual vacancies in Army, Navy, and Air Force is close to 4,000. It is every year this many vacancies will be coming, and it will keep on coming year after year. So once you prepared, and you can appear for a number of times. So total engineering vacancies in Army, Navy, and Air Force is close to 900. The higher percentage goes to the Army. There is a shortage of close to 9,000 officers. So this is the status of vacancies in armed forces. So you can see there is a good amount of vacancies. So this is the last year Army engineering branch, short service technical branches vacancies and selections. As you can see, in civil out of 46 vacancies, only 18 were filled. Triple E out of 22 vacancies, only 4 vacancies were filled. ECE out of 23, 17. Mechanical out of 14, it's only 10 were filled. CSE and IT out of 44, 17. As you can see, there are good number of vacancies are there, and the selection rates are also lesser for technical branches in Army. Air Force and Navy is still this close to the vacancies, it gets filled. As you can see, there are good amount of opportunities for deserving students. Only thing is, our student doesn't know this kind of opportunities. So now you have come to know, you can always try for this vacancies. So you will get a level rank, and starting pay will go to close to 85,000 in addition to your accommodation and food. It will be provided free of cost. So what is the role of engineers in armed forces? So what exactly, if you are selected in Army or Navy or Air, what you will be doing? Primary role is maintenance. When you join the service, your primary task will be maintenance in maintenance depots, naval repair yards, on board ships, or in squadrons in Air Force. So you will be maintaining weapon systems, weapon system covers entire guns, missiles, and there are control radars, and there is also a power generation and distribution branches is also there. If you see these ships and submarines, they have their entire power generation distribution systems on board, and you have to maintain that. And there are a number of in Airforce and sensors like sonars. So you'll be maintaining that. First, you will be study all these systems. You'll be given training for close to. After that, you will be put in your first appointment where you will be entrusted with the maintenance of this high work equipment. And there will be a communication equipment also there. So communication equipment wise, there will be a HF sets will be there, VLF and VHF sets will be there. So you have to maintain that also. Coming to the mechanical equipment, you will have got good number of tanks, trucks, and if you see these aircraft engines and on board ships, there are propellers are there, prime movers are there, gas turbines, power generation will be there. So your mechanical side branches, they will be doing this kind of maintenance. And once you grow up in after you gain some 6 to 8 experience, you will go into planning and policy making, management of contracts, and you will be also put in instruction positions, teaching positions in various academies, training academies and training institutes within this armed forces as an instructor lecturer. And you can do R&D also. If your inclination is towards research, you can do R&D. You will be deputed to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited or Defense Development Organization to work as part of teams of the research. And you will do a good number of procurement also of technical equipments involved in the process. And there is an information technology. As you can see, there is a separate cyber warfare command also is being catered in the armed forces. In addition to that, you will be given maintenance of this, a lot of information technology assets in the armed forces. So this is the typical picture of a ship or a command center. Basically, your ships on board, it will be like that. As you can see, there is a good number of equipments are there where you can work. This will be your work environment. Mostly these officers will have a desk jobs. If you have any problems, technical problems, and your men can't solve, then you have to enter and get it solved. What are the various branches in Army, Navy, and Air Force for engineering graduates? If you see Army, there is an electrical, mechanical engineering corps and corps of engineers. These are the main branches. So all the civil engineers go to this corps of engineers. All other electrical and allied engineering students and mechanical allied engineering students will be going to this EME corps. And in Navy, there is two separate branches are there: electrical and mechanical branches. Electrical and allied, electronics, EC, IT, everything comes under this electrical branch. And there are shipboard electrical officers will be there, submarine-borne electrical officers will be there. There is aviation related engineering, electrical engineers also will be there. And there is a mechanical also, ships, submarines, and aviation branches will be there. Air Force, there is a air electronics branch, electrical and electronics and allied branches will come under this. And mechanical engineering, mechanical and allied engineering branches will come under this. So there are other branches also. If you see, I'm not too much technical, still you can opt for other branches. Particularly Navy, for all the other branches, they recruit only engineers. So you have a good number of opportunities only for engineers in Navy. So you can see this surface and submarine branches. You will have this executive branch, and there is this navigation, gunnery, and communication and police branches are there. There is a hydrography branch, logistics branch, electrical branch, and engineering branch. And there is a separate naval aviation branch is there. It is the different roles of pilots are there: observers, air traffic controllers, and meteorology branch. And there are special branches in Navy, naval armament branch. Only engineers are recruited for this branch. Naval information technology branch is a fairly new branch which was developed in Navy to cater for the information technology assets in the Navy. And there is the education branch and law and sports. You can opt for any of the branches feel like I'm not much into the technical stuff. Infantry, mechanized infantry, corps of engineers. These three are the combat branches in Army, and the rest are support branches. Army Air Defense, Army Service Corps, Corps of Signals, Army Ordnance Corps, Intelligence Corps, Army Aviation Corps, Veterinary Corps. And the Air Force, we have these flying branches, basically pilots, fighters, helicopters, transport, UAVs. All engineers are eligible to apply for the pilots flying branches. And already we have seen that the technical branches, mechanical and electronics, and there is this ground duty branch, administration, logistics, meteorology. So coming to women participation in armed forces. Nowadays, women are only allowed in officer rank, and the percentage in of women officers presently serving in Army is 3.8%, Air Force 13.09%, Navy 6%. Presently, women officers are employed in non-combat jobs only. Now Air Force has opened a pilot, combat pilot stream for ladies also, and a few of them are also trained in that. For women, they will be like Army, Navy, Air Force. Same roles will be there. They can go into administration, logistics, education, meteorology, air traffic controllers, pilots, observers. In engineering branches, only an Army and Air Force allow women to enter. Navy still this entry is not there, and there is medical and nursing. Eligible for an officer is you will get a stipend of 56,000 during training, and post commissioning you will be getting a cumulative salary of close to 80 to 85,000. You will get a military pay salary of 15,000. For technical officers, engineering branches, there is 7,500 rupees is given as technical allowance. If you are a pilot, you will get a flying allowance, hard area allowance. If you are posted in border areas or Andaman Nicobar Islands, you will get a other allowance. If you are not given a quarters, generally accommodation is provided by the armed forces. If you are not being given an accommodation for your family, you will be given a house rent allowance. You will get to close to 25,000. Child education allowance will be there if you are blessed with a child. So 2 children are eligible for this child education allowance. And there are various housing societies in Army, Navy, and Air Force. Housing boards, basically, they will build houses in major cities where subsidized housing, like only the cost you have to pay for the houses. It is very much cheap. Even Chennai, the recipe was built and with a low cost. And you will get accommodation for your family, food you will get, free medical facilities you will be getting. You get an annual leave of 60 days and casual leave 20 days. This is the best of armed forces. No other profession will offer you so much leave. And air travel for self and family during leave once a year you will get, and every alternate year you can travel anywhere to in India, within India, and you will get food items, cars, bikes, and subsidized prices from these canteen facilities. And you will be given an opportunity to do a lot of adventure activities like ocean sailing, horse riding, river rafting, mountaineering, para jumping, desert expedition. I have done a good amount of these adventure activities during my time in Navy. As you can see, armed forces will provide you with the best of the sports facilities for you and your family anywhere in the country. So recruitment schedule. When it comes to the recruitment, it is done twice a year for all the branches which I have shown. So there are different types of entries, exams we can enter and for entry into the armed forces. For the exam for all other branches except technical branches, it is conducted by the UPSC for both Army, Navy, and Air Force. A common exam for all the executive branches. And there is a direct entry Indian Navy entrance test. Engineers can attend this test for selection. There is a university entry scheme technical. It is only for final year students. I appeared in this university scheme, got selected during my final year of the college. And the age limit to join is 20 to 24 years. The only criteria is age. Any number of attempts you can do for this exam. Only thing you have to be within this age. And Airforce again, this combined defense service exam for pilot and the other entries, except the Airforce common admission test will be there, which is conducted twice a year. And for engineering branches, you have to attend an additional engineering knowledge test. The age limit is for 20 to 26 years in Airforce. Again, we have this combined service exam for all branches except the technical, and we have this technical graduate entry. Twice a year, this entry will be there. There is no entrance for this entry. Only it will be based upon your final year marks. And there is the next is SSC technical, soft service technical. This is also twice a year. This recruitment is done. There is no entrance test. It will be based upon your final year marks. SSC Tech generally the average cutoff is 50%. Anybody scoring about that mark will be called for this service selection. The age limit for Army is for technical branches it's 20 to 27 years. If you are clearing this entrance, whatever I have shown till now is for our entrance test. Once you clear this entrance test, the general marks to be obtained in entrance test is close to 50%. We have seen this. Once you score about 50% in this entrance test, you will be called for a service selection board. This is the main exam for the selection of officers. So SSB generally it is not unlike another interview process. Very unique process. Very unique for armed forces. They check your qualities. They don't check your academic qualities. Only your personal qualities. And all these this is called auxiliary qualities. For example, this effective intelligence, reasoning ability, power of expression, self-confidence, determination, organizing ability, initiative, courage, cooperation, sense of responsibility, stamina, group influencing ability, social adaptability, and speed of decision. So to test whether a candidate has these qualities, the following tests are conducted. The major groups of tests are psychological test, group test, and interview. And the various tests conducted as part of this service selection board are as follows: picture perception and group discussion, officer intelligence rating, thematic perception test, word association test, situation reaction test, self-description test, personal interview, group discussion. And there is a military planning exercise, lecture race, progressive group task, intergroup obstacle race, half group task, command task, individual obstacles, final group task, and conference. So these are very simple tests given, and they are very scientifically formulated tests. They will check whether you have this qualities which I mentioned earlier or not. How to prepare for an SSB or for the exams. The exam syllabus is really consists of 10 level your max aptitude test which you write, general proficiency in English, and there will be a reasoning, verbal and non-verbal reasoning test will be there. And geography, history at a 10th level. So the entrance exam are quite easy. So how do you prepare? You have to read a lot. The average preparation time should be around 3 months. If you prepare, you should be able to clear the exam. But for SSB, you have to develop as a person. So how do you develop as a person? You have to read a lot. You have to read any kind of books. Develop your English proficiency, your writing skills, and your personality. So whatever books, self-help books, philosophy, English, can read. And do your general knowledge. You should be aware of what is happening around in the country and in the world in general and society in general, either science, technology, or politics, everything. You have to be aware of general knowledge. And you have to skills. Communication skills is very much required as the entire interview during the 5 days. It will be conducted. Your entire communications will be in English, so you should have a fluency in spoken English. Develop your leadership skills. Participate in sports and various cultural activities. Whatever events which is happening in the college or outside your society or your nearby your house on site, you should participate so that you will develop a leadership skills. And you should participate in a lot of extracurricular activities. It will develop your interpersonal skills and things. So you should start to organize events, whatever events in your area or in college or symposium or sports event, anything to develop your organizing skills. And travel, you travel to some places, you will get good experience, good people, you will meet new people, you will not be. You can go to this Q&A option in your screen. You can go to your Q&A option and you can type your questions. I'll read out the questions and I'll answer. In addition to, you can hands if you want to speak. I'll enable this speaking option and you can post your queries and I will answer it. So most part of this webinar is dedicated to answering your questions. Now you know the basics about defense and career and entry methods. Now you can start your. Answer the questions. So we have a question, what about SSB first round written test pattern? This written test, this Indian Navy entrance tests are applied of CDSE. The syllabus is 10th level max and science and the history, geography, general knowledge, sports, and your verbal and non-verbal reasoning. So there is a question, if there is any opportunity for being appointed as IAS, IPS range officers after our services. Initially, years back it was there. Now this option is not there. But you can, if you serve for 10 years, again you can appear for your UPSC exam and you have to clear in the normal process. So height, as I mentioned earlier, the average height for women men is 158 centimeters and for women it's 148 to 152 centimeters. You can always send to WhatsApp message for Academy. Always will be ready to answer the questions. Any other questions? You can me or you can raise your hands. There is a raise hand button. You can ask the questions to me. There are a lot of books which are available in Amazon. You can go to the books for this item and you can read upon your newspapers also. Newspaper reading is a very good thing for developing your general knowledge. Last 6 months, you should be able to buy this competitive accessibility or general knowledge and again books. And is physical fitness is one of the question is physical fitness is required for engineering jobs too? When you join, you should be medically fit. You should not be. There is no physical fitness test like for soldiers. They have this 1,600-meter running, push-ups, pull-ups. That kind of tests are not there for operation. They check whether you are able to mentally you are strong enough to become an officer or you have the necessary qualities. That's what they check. You have to be medically fit for this selection process. Medically means your eyesight should be good. You should not have any problems in your bones. The heart, you should not have any problems, and you should not have a flat foot. That kind of medical issue should not be there. Otherwise, normal physical fitness is good enough. In academy, they will start from the basics. They will make you run depending on your physical fitness, and after 4 months basic trainings, they will bring in the necessary physical fitness. If you want to ask any direct questions, you can raise your hands. There is a raise hand button. I'll enable it so that you can ask directly to me. So there is another question, what would be our post-service benefits if we get out of the service before the actual retirement is done? There are two types of entries. One is short service. Short service you have to serve for minimum 10 years. And common commission you have to 20 years. So short service after 10 years you will be getting around 30 to 35 lakhs in addition to medical medical benefits and canteen facilities. But you have to complete 10 years to be eligible for this thing. If you are resigning before that, you will not get any of the post-service benefits. But if you serve for 20 years, you will get pension and you will get a good amount of close to 80 lakh rupees as a retirement benefits. Any other questions? So you not necessarily think it is very tough selection procedure. Everybody will have a certain qualities in them. You can always give it a try. Since this engineering branches also they call for, like army, they call for directly based upon your engineering. You can always give it a try. There is no cost for the exams or attending this interview. Everything is provided by the defense forces. The SSB interview will be conducted somewhere in various like Bhopal and Allahabad, Bangalore or Calcutta. You will be provided with the transportation costs and accommodation and food will be provided by them. There is another question. I want to know about the trueness in selection for SSB. SSB is a very pure merit-based selection. There is no shortcuts. There is no recommendation is allowed. There is no bribery kind of things are there. It's purely based upon because defense forces are the foundation of any country. So there are no second place in a war or in a conflict. Only the best needs to be there for to be represented by best in the country. This is the motto of the armed forces. So no recommendation or no regionalism, like if you are from Tamil Nadu, I select, or if you are from Uttar Pradesh, I select. It's not like this. Purely based on merit and unlike any other profession. For NCC activities, if you are in NCC, definitely you will be developing some kind of this officer-like qualities. In addition to that, NCC, if you are having a C certificate, only C certificate is eligible. There are separate quota for these NCC students. some 10% of the seats will be reserved for a NCC candidate. A separate selection will be carried out for this NCC C certificate holders only. And for personal opinion, any day these government jobs and especially defense is better than the private sector. As such, these days you would have seen this the best job security is in government sector. We can always try. So this information about exams will be displayed in their respective recruitment websites. Army, Navy, and Air Force have their own Join Indian Navy or Carrier Indian Air Force or Join Indian Army website is there that will be displayed. In addition to that, look, national newspapers will be displaying these notifications, and there is a employment news also displays this notification for exam every year. Around the year, these notifications will keep coming. Generally, if you see from Air Force, there is a January and June Air Force notification will be coming. Navy also the same. Army, it will come somewhere in February and July or August. So you can follow our Facebook page also. All the notifications we put on our academy Facebook page. You can see this thing, so you will be getting the necessary information. So next cycle will start from this June. Because of this coronavirus pandemic, these interviews have been postponed. So generally, all the next interviews will be conducted somewhere in coming October. So if you are, there is another question I have from NCC Army wing, can I get privilege in any other forces? Only if you are having NCC seat certificate Army wing, you can apply for this Army. Otherwise, there is no, for officer selection, there is no special. If you are having a B certificate, there is no concession. This interview process of SSB. So as you can see, don't have this. Generally, people which inhibits from appearing this kind of extremism, shyness or lack of confidence. See, everybody has got these qualities in them. Everybody has got some skills. Only thing is, people don't appear because of lack of confidence. If you see the same. I studied in the same college, I studied in the same hostels. So you and me are no different. So we will have imbibed a certain quality, certain standards from the college. So feel free to attend such kind of this interview process. There is another question: are SSB and AFSB similar? It is similar. The officers who will be attending also from the same services. The SSB, it is SSB Army, it is called SSB, and the FSB Air Force is called the Air Force Selection Board. The entire test which I have shown on explained, it is same for all three services. There is no difference. All the questions will be similar. All this testing procedure, testing setups, everything will be similar. See, NCC or sports certificates are not required. They are like they will be like a talking points during interview. If you are a C certificate, like generally college, when you do NCC in college, it is called C certificate. I think our college doesn't have this NCC, so none of you will be obviously will be having. So there is no, they don't prejudge you based upon your NCC or sports certificate. They will judge you only based upon the performance in the SSB interview. No additional mark point will be given for NCC or sports certificate holders. So there is another question. Can you please explain about the 5-day interview in SSB? Yeah, SSB service selection board is for 5 days. Personally will be allotted a service selection board in any of the cities I have mentioned. You will be called the city and you will be picked up from the airport, and you will be the first day is called screening test. In the screening test, there will be a officer intelligence rating. There will be a verbal and non-verbal reasoning test of about 50 to 60 marks will be conducted, and after that they will show you a pencil sketch and you have to write a story on that. After that they will ask you, they will be divided into a group of 10 and there will be a group discussion. So based upon the performance in these two tests, shortlisting will be undertaken, and people who are shortlisted will be called for the next day interview process, and the rest will be sent back. And the actual SSB will start on the day 2. The first will be the psychological test. Second day, usually the second day they conduct the psychological test. In the psychological test, there is a thematic perception test will be there. It is basically they will show you a picture, you have to write a story for 4 minutes. Like that, there will be a 10 pictures will be there, you have to write a 10 stories. After that, there is a situation reaction test. You will be given a booklet. It will contain questions based on the situations. Like if you are going on a road, you say somebody met with action, what will you do? You are going in a forest, some robbers are trying to rob you, what will you do? This kind of simple day-to-day life situations will be given. You have to give your what you will do. Basically, every reaction will have a 30 seconds time. You have to answer. That will be next is the word association test. Slide will be shown on a word. You have to write a sentence. Like that, around 60 words will be shown, and you have to write it. Each word will be given. Sentence will be given for a period of 10 seconds. After that, you have to write an essay about yourself. What do you think about yourself? What your parents think about you? What your friends think about you? What your teachers think about you? You have to write in a period of 10 minutes. So this is the psychological test which will be conducted on the day 2. Next, you will be called for a personal interview of 45 minutes to 1 hour on the second, third or fourth day. The second day, third day, you will be called for this group task. The entire batch shortlisted will be divided into 10 people, and this group task will be given. Group task will have a group discussion, 2-number group discussion on any general topics. After that, there will be a military planning exercise. You will be given a situation. Based on that, you have to give your feedback on that. How will you handle this situation? After that, there will be a group discussion on this situation. After that, you will go to the lecturate. Lecturate is any 4 topics will be given. Any general topics, group discussion topic. You have to prepare a speech for 3 minutes and you have to present it. And there will be a progressive group task will be there. And the next day, you will be called for this intergroup obstacle race. There will be a race between 2 groups. You have to carry a big snake-like cloth, and you have to. There will be 6 obstacles will be there. As a group, you have to cross it. Next is there will be individual obstacles. There will be small obstacles will be there. For a period of 3 minutes, you have to finish that obstacles. It's a very simple obstacles. So basically, these are the 4 days interview that based on this you will be whether you are having these qualities or not. And the fifth day there will be a conference where the results will be announced. So this is a basic idea behind this 5-day SSB interview. Once you get recommended in the SSB, you will be again who are all recommended. They will go for their medical exams subsequently for next. This is basically about the SSB interview. It's a very simple interview. Anybody can attend. And there is another question: difference between Permanent Commission and Short Service Commission. Permanent Commission is for 20 years. Short Service Commission you can serve for 10 years. So plus you can extend it 14 years. The only difference is Permanent Commission you will get pension. Short Service Commission you will not get pension. So you don't have to worry about the pension once you have this batch of an officer in armed forces. The corporates will pick you up in any of the corporate. You will go into this management positions, and even if you see that is an Amazon, they have a separate recruitment process for these ex-officers. So there is no issues. In short service, in the final year of your service, you will be given an option of doing the resettlement course in IIMs. IIMs are the premier management institutes. You will be doing a 6 months management courses. After that, there will be campus placement will be there. You will be to the corporate companies in management levels with a salary of 2 to 3 lakhs. So it should not be a problem. Permanent commission, you have to minimum you have to serve for 20 years till retirement age. You can serve 52 to 55 years. You can serve in permanent forces. If you serve in permanent commission, you get a pension of around 80,000 in at the end of the retirement. So tell some instructions for TAT. Basically, thematic perception test is they'll show you a picture, you have to write a story. So basically, you will be projecting yourself in the story. So what you have to do is to perform well in TAT, you have to develop yourself. So that is a different process how to be developed. We can not right for explain in this forum. You can always ask me privately. We can guide you. Blazers, while attending SSB interview for face-to-face interview, do we need to wear blazer? Not necessarily. I wear a simple casual full-length t-shirt, trousers with a tie. That should be good enough. There is no requirement for a blazer. Only it should be neat, well-pressed dress. Any other questions? So pretty much you can come and meet me in Madurai. I'll be available in my academy anytime. It's for PSNACET students. Anytime my doors are open. So there is another question in TAT. Narrate a smooth story. It should be a story. It should be like if you are shown a story, a picture of like for example, there is a crow is there. There is a old lady having this vada. So if you are showing a picture like this, you will be writing the story that crow was hungry and it was going. So that should be the ideal type of story you should write. Any more questions? Please, this presentation I will give it to Karthikeya Well sir. You can collect it from him. So for preparing this combined defense service exam, basically it has got 3 papers. One is English, and another is max paper will be there. There is a general knowledge paper will be there, and how to prepare for CDS. First you have to solve the previous year question. Take 5 to 6 years question paper, solve it. Then you will have a very good idea about the syllabus. Syllabus is very simple, 10th level and general knowledge which is happening around the thing. So English you have to solve lot many questions. There are a good number of books available for CDS. You can buy any of that and you can start preparing, and you can also refer the 6th to 10th standard CBSE syllabus books for geography, for history, for civics, I mean for constitution and other related topics. Plus, you can subscribe to any of these competitive exam magazines like Competitive Review, General Knowledge Today for the current affairs, and you can start solving. Books also available for mathematics. Separate books for CBSE is available. Yeah, and it's a basic 10th level geometry, basically time and quantitative aptitude which you have studied as part of your final year interview exams for maths. And rest of you can, it's all about practice and time management. Spend around 8 hours per day for serious preparation for 3 months. You should be able to clear the CBSE. Only this cutoff is close to 40% is the cutoff. Total out of the total marks you have to get 40%. Be able to go for the sir. Sir, no question கேட்டுட்டு sir, answer பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் sir. Okay. So any other questions? Okay, we have come to the end of the webinar. Thank you for your hearing, and I'm again. I'm AAA from 2006 batch. I have served in 12 years in Navy. You can always contact me for any guidance. My doors are always open for the PSNACET. Thank you. We'll come to the end of the presentation. Thank you.